Welcome students, families. I want to talk a little bit to you here. I'm Mike Key, the principal here at Lloyd High School. I want to talk to you a little bit today about masks. I know we're super excited about students coming back on October 5th, Monday for our A group, and October 7th for our B group for the return to in-person instruction. But we need to give you a little information to be ready for that week. And one of the information pieces we need to talk about are masks. And so I've got mine on right here as an example. So when you come onto campus, even if you're outside on a lovely day like today, when you're on campus, you're going to need to have a mask on. And when you're wearing that mask, inside or out, you've got it on, you're going to need to wear it properly. So one of the things we want to make sure students understand is when you have a mask, you need to wear it properly, as mine is right now, over the nose and the mouth. I know I've seen a lot of students wear masks in different ways. I know it may look better to wear it like this, or even sometimes I see students, just under the chin, that doesn't quite cover it, and yet sometimes it's just over the mouth, and that doesn't quite cover all the aspects that need to be covered when wearing a mask. So when you wear it, you need to make sure it is covering the nose and the mouth, so it's being worn properly. So as you walk through the hallways, we hope you'll be able to do that. And if you can't, we'll just give you a friendly reminder like, hey, we need you to go ahead and pull that mask up over the nose, or maybe over the mouth, or maybe both at the same time. So we'll just give you some reminders and hope you can do that. If you can, if there's an issue with that, then we'll have some conversations and just talk through it, and so you understand how important it is for us to keep everybody safe and for you to wear the mask as we return to in-person instruction. And parents, if it becomes somewhat of an issue, we'll reach out and just talk to you a little bit to make sure we can all understand how important it is for the kids to wear the masks while here on campus. So one thing to also think about as you're going through the day, a lot of times these masks, if you're talking a lot through the day like I am right now, they kind of get a little icky, and so you may want to have a second mask for you to wear throughout the day. So you can take that one off just briefly, and then you can replace it with your next one, and then you're ready to go. So that way you may have a second one. It's not a requirement, but you may want to think about having a second mask in order to get through the day. So again, we're really looking forward to seeing you back on campus. Wear your mask, and we'll see you on October 5th for Group A and October 7th for Group B. Can't wait to see you.
Hello, this is Mr. Niederman. I'm going to be covering our procedures in school arrival. You have the ability of being dropped off at any point you want. You also have the ability of being dropped off in the front of the building, also in the back of the building. You can be dropped off in either area at whatever time you prefer, convenient to whoever's dropping you off. If you are dropped off prior to 7:45, we certainly encourage you to social distance yourselves with your friends, whoever you're with, whether it be in the front or in the back. At 7:45 is what time the doors in the front and the back will be open. Again, those are the only two doors that you can enter the building. So I'm going to act as if I'm a student at this point, and it is 7:45 in the morning. As I get out of my car, as I'm walking into the building, the first thing I'm going to observe is that there's three ways to get in. There's going to be a line over by the cafeteria door. There's going to be a line coming directly in the front door. There's going to be a line coming in the office. So what I would do is I would walk up there, whatever the shortest line is, I would find a dot at that point. So I'm going to portray as if the middle line is the shortest line. So at 7:45, I simply will get on the dot. I would be on the last dot, of course. People would be on the dots in front of me. As the dots move, I simply just move ahead. So as we're scanning them in, I would just go to the next dot. Again, purpose of the dots being 6 feet apart. Again, let me emphasize, whatever line is the shortest, now that you can see this, we've got a line coming over through right here, a line coming in right here, and then a line coming in this door right here. There will be staff standing right here with thermometers. So you're coming in, you would just simply get the temperature for them. After you get your temperature here, you'll enter the front door. There will again be 3 staff members right here. So as you're coming in, please have palms down, no gloves, hands clear, palms down. Get your hand sanitizer. We will not be providing towels, so that'll give you the ability of really wiping the hand sanitizer through your hands. After you have a mask on, temperature of 100.3 or lower, you can enter the cafeteria and get breakfast, or you're reporting straight to class. Thank you.
We have 2 options for arrival in the morning, up at the front of school and back here by the library entrance. For those families with students at Lloyd and Tichenor, we ask you to use the front circle of Lloyd High School. For those families with students just here at Lloyd, come back to the library entrance where traffic might be less. We have 2 lines of yellow dots where students need to line up to wait to safely get their temperatures taken. And remember, students, get your masks on before you enter the building. Hi guys, it's Miss Glass. I'm here to tell you a little bit about your first few days of school and breakfast. After you come through the door and get your proper screening, you will then have the option in the first few days of school to eat breakfast in the cafeteria. Once you get to your first bell class, your teacher will explain to you of having the option to opt in for breakfast, which at that point you'll get an assigned seat, and all that will be explained later. So we want you to start the day with a healthy meal. Maybe you're getting it at home, maybe you're going to eat here, but we want to make sure that you're ready for the school day. So as you make your way through the breakfast line, your first stop will be to get your hands sanitized again. And I'm so lucky because I get to see every single one of you every single day when you come through to get your breakfast. So after you're sanitized, you're going to notice the yellow dots on the ground that you're going to see throughout the building. And you need to make sure you're staying 6 feet apart. So follow me in, we'll kind of walk you through. Again, you'll notice the dots. These are some of the lovely ladies that you'll see every day, and men. You're going to follow the dots around. This is where you'll pick up your breakfast. Then you're going to make your way out through here. Where you will find a seat to eat your breakfast. At that point, when you're finished eating, then you'll go to your first bell class. Students, as you can see in the classrooms, the desks have been arranged to maximize social distancing. When you arrive to class, you will get your hands sanitized, and then you will move directly to your assigned seat. The teacher in the room will sanitize the desk either before class starts or at the end before you leave. You need to remain in your seat unless you have permission from that teacher to move around the room.
When students are dismissed from class, they need to go directly from one class to the next class. Students should walk on the right side of the hallway while wearing their mask. And of course, we're not congregating, not even here in Lover's Lane. Guidance and office visits are by appointment only, unless it's an emergency.
So let's talk about the bathrooms. Bathroom use should be done between classes and during lunchtime. There will be no more than 3 students permitted in the bathroom, safely socially distanced. Students will only be permitted to leave class to go to the bathroom one at a time, and only if it is an emergency. Hi Juggernauts, let's talk about lunch. So every student at Lloyd is going to be assigned either A, B, or C lunch. We're going to have 3 lunches this year. And if you are in A lunch, you are going to go from your 3rd period class directly to lunch. You are not going to your 4th period. If you have B or C lunch, you go to your 4th period class and go to lunch from there. So if you are in 4th period class with Mr. Dempsey, Mrs. Munich, Mr. Stoltz, Mrs. Manning, Mr. Conda, Mr. Taylor, Miss Jenny, or Mrs. Adam, you are eating A lunch, and you will go from 3rd period directly to the cafeteria to get your food. When you are released to go to lunch, you are going to come into either the cafeteria with all your stuff, and you're going to drop your stuff at your assigned seat in the cafeteria, or drop your things right here in the old gym, or as I like to call it, cafeteria part 2. And then you're going to come all the way back and get into line to go through the cafeteria line for food. Everything is going to be individually packaged or plated. You'll have to maintain your social distance as you go through the line. You will get hand sanitized on your way in. You'll get your food, and then you will report directly to your seat. You must wear your mask at all times until you are seated with your food and ready to eat. So once you are seated at your assigned seat, you will begin to eat your food. You can take your mask off, but everyone has an assigned seat in either the cafeteria or the old gym, and that is where you will be eating. When you are finished, the administrator in your area will dismiss you in rows, and then you will get hand sanitizer on your way out as well. So you will be heading to your 4th period class, or if you are eating C lunch, you will be heading to your 5th period class after lunch.
Hi everyone, my name is Miss Bird. I am one of the counselors here at Lloyd High School. I'm excited to see you guys next week. I mainly work with 10th and 12th grade, but If you need help from any of the counselors, you can just stop in and we will help you out. So I want to talk to you guys about some school supplies that you're going to need when returning to in-person classes. So the first thing is obviously a backpack. So any backpack that you have, make sure that you bring that filled with some goodies, okay? So the first thing you're going to need is obviously your Chromebook. Make sure you bring that and make sure it's fully charged the night before. You will also need your charger, just in case, you know, it dies during the school day. We need to have a way to charge it. Along with technology, you need some earbuds or some headphones, all right? So make sure you bring that as well. Next thing is some school supplies. So you might need a binder. You might need a notebook, folder, some paper, or some index cards. Make sure you bring all that, along with some pens and pencils, okay? If you need any school supplies, you can always stop in my office, Miss Glass, or Mrs. Moore's office, and we have tons of school supplies that we can give you guys. The last thing is your water bottle. Make sure it is fully filled before you come to school. We will not have water fountains available, so we will have a water filling station, but it will be easier because you might run out of time to fill it up. So make sure it is filled before you come to school. All right, guys, excited to see you next week.
Students, we're going to talk a little bit now about dismissal. Dismissal is going to be very different this year than it has been in years past. Years past, the bell would ring, and all of a sudden you would come out of the classrooms, and everybody would find their way to wherever they were going, practice, band, a club meeting, anything that was going on after school. This year is a little bit different. We are going to make sure that we have cleared the building every day right at dismissal. And dismissal is going to happen by classroom. So what will happen is the teacher, or we will come on the announcements and call each classroom and then let that teacher know that they are being ready to dismiss their students out of the classes. So we may see.
Yeah, actually, I was too. Yeah, we're here. Oh, hey, there they are. Hey, how was your guys' stuff? How was it?
What are you guys eating for dinner?
We should all get it. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. We're not going to be allowed to hang out or congregate here in the hallway. You're going to have to go ahead and make your way to wherever you're going this afternoon. So, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Hope you had a good day. Hope everybody had a good day at school. So typically, this is a normal after-school behavior. Kids hanging out, had a good day at school. They're going to catch up on social media, but not now. During the pandemic and during our return to in-person instruction, this can't happen. All right, guys, sorry. Again, this can't be a place where we can congregate and hang out either. We're going to have to head our way to wherever we're going this afternoon. Hopefully your rides are here. Have a great day, and we'll see you again in the morning. Thank you, guys. Hey, thanks for wearing your mask, too. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Juggernauts. Welcome back to school in 2020.
Hi, Juggernauts. I am so excited to have you back in the building.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey everybody! I'm so happy that you will be back in the building this week. Welcome back to Lloyd High School.
Hey Jugs, welcome back.